Right, hi guys, and welcome back to the Minichamps, and welcome back to another update video, sort of. This time regarding my Formula E collection of model cars. You may have remembered in the last update video I did on the Formula 1 collection, I briefly added these bad boys in. Well, since that video a year ago, just over a year ago now, this collection has grown quite massively, so I thought for people that like Formula E, or just model cars in general that want to see something a bit different, I thought I'd do its own independent little video on the Formula E stuff. So I'm going to kick things off with, of course, going up, these are Season 3, there's one Season 2 car up there. I'll zoom in a sec, and then we go all the way round to Season 5, and then the first two Season 6 cars, which have just come out late last year. And quite a lot of duplicates, as I'm sure you're aware, because Formula E has quite a lot of driver changes. They don't cover every driver change within a season, but we do get the odd one or two, which is quite nice to have, such as Pierre Gasly, which is a surprising one, isn't he? Everyone forgets he did New York before he went into Formula 1. He did an E-Prix in place of Sebastian Buemi. So we'll go through the field anyway. So we're going to kick things off with the only Season 2 car, which is Sebastian Buemi's Season 2 championship winning car there. That's the only model they've done in that design. That was before they had the front nose that like looped over onto the nose. You'll know what I mean if you know Formula E. That's the only one that did of that, which is a bit of a shame really. I'd love to have seen them go back as far as Season 1 really and start from the start, but unfortunately not. Spark decided during halfway through Season 5 that they'd start Season 3 cars off, and now they're not doing the licensing anymore. It's Minichamps that are doing the licensing from Season 5 onwards. So, all very bizarre, but that's model car collecting for you at times. And then we come down to the Season 3 cars. So I've done them in championship finishing order of the season. So this is, of course, the 2016/2017 season that we come to now. And that is, of course, car number 8, which I believe is Nico Prost. And then we've got Buemi. And then Gasly there, as you can see, it says Gaz. That's when they started adding the initials above the drivers. Various ones are from various races. The non-specific, just race cars. They're always its own unique race edition, if that makes sense, with Spark. So then we come on to Degrassi and Daniel Abt. And then down to Felix Rosenqvist. And I believe, is it Nick Heifeld in that one? As you can see, that one says Rosenqvist, RST. And that one doesn't say anything on it. That was an earlier one before they started adding the 3 digits, which is fantastic. 3 letters there, it really helps you see who it is. As you can see there, Bird and Lynn in the Virgins, and then Vern, and is that Sarazan? It is, in the Tachita before they were champions. Then over we come to Neo, and that'll be Oliver Turvey, and I'm not sure who the other one is. Possibly Tom Dillman, maybe? I'm not too sure. And then the 2 Amlins. These are my favourite of Season 3. Look at those. They look really stunning. And the chrome effect on the blue there is really, really nice. And then some additions to that. So obviously we've got the Season 3 add-ons. Or Season 3 add-ons there. So there's a couple of different Tachitas there. I think one is Esteban Gutierrez and one's Ma Qinghua. As you can see, even different wheels. That's from a really early race, and that's from a lot later on in the season. But the same season nonetheless, and then an additional Virgin there. Apologies for the glare. I'm not too sure who that one is. But again, just a rare race edition. That one, it says second place in Paris Season 3, but doesn't say the driver. But nonetheless, they're all the duplicates they did. So Season 3, we're just going to come down here and finish it off though. I love these with the Faraday Dragons, the alternate liveries there. They were really, really nice. I know one of those was Loic Duval that year, and I believe it was Jerome D'Ambrosio in another. As you can see, that one says DUV. That one doesn't have anything on it. Again, various race editions. And then coming down to the bottom there with the 2 Venturis of Tom Dillman. And I'm not too sure who the other one is, but nonetheless, great little models to have. And that's all the Season 3 cars complete. I've got every single one, including all the additional drivers that did do. So then we move along to Season 4. We've got Degrassi and Abt there, the team's champion that year. But they didn't win the Drivers' Championship, although it was very close. The Drivers' Championship was, of course, Jean-Eric Vernon. As you can see there, completely different sponsors. That's got Dragon on the side. That one hasn't. Lotterit and Vern. Really, really nice cars once again. Again, they've gone for a chrome effect on the Virgins this year with Bird and Lynn. Again, really nice. I always expect Bird to do more in Formula E, but he always just seems to fade away at the end of a season, doesn't he? But this year he's looking a lot more promising. This is Felix Rosenfist, I believe, and then Nick Heifeld in the Mahindra. And then we come to Prost and Buemi. That was Prost last season in Formula E, if I remember rightly, because he did absolutely terrible. And then the two Venturis there of Eduardo Mortara and was that Marco Engel, if I remember rightly there. And again, a couple of additional models there. One is of a Season 3 Venturi, and one's a Season 4 Venturi, so you can see a lot different there. And this is a really quirky one. Let me just bring it around here so it's easier to see. For some reason, you'll notice there's no Season 3 Jaguars or Season 4 Jaguars when we show them you all, and that is because Oxford Diecast took the licensing away from Spark to do the Jaguars, and that's all they made. A 1/76 scale of the Season 4 Jaguar. So that is it. That's all it is. It's a non-driver specific. It's got no driver sat in there. And that is all they did. So that's a big, big shame, but I've got it nonetheless. Oxford Diecast, I found out, tend to do scaling as it sees scale 1/76, and they tend to do vehicles for like train sets, you know, so it's mirrored down to the correct scale for people that have train sets and stuff. So a bit bizarre why they got the license for this and not Spark, but thankfully that problem was addressed in Season 5 when Minichamps made them, because they've managed to make every car on the grid. There's just a bit of an issue with Porsches at the minute, but I think they are going to be made. But yeah, bit of a strange one that, and a bit of a shame. But I've got the one nonetheless, so there you go. But a bizarre one. So then we come to the rest of the Season 4 cars. Yeah, Maria Lopez and Jerome D'Ambrosio, and then down to the Neos again, which again is Oliver Turvey. He took a podium this year, if I remember rightly, and Luca Felipe. And then the last of the Season 4 cars is again the Andretti's, Sarrazin and Da Costa, before they got took over by BMW, of course. And then these are just a two one-offs at the moment. Minichamps have only just started to do Season 6. And these are the first two they've released, Sam Bird and Robin Frinn's Season 6 version Envision Racing. As you can see, these are mirrored up now. These are just exact race cars, where these are specific to a race. So there might be a lot of variation between teammates. These aren't. These are all pretty much identical, apart from their own individual sponsors and their own individual race numbers and helmets, of course. So they are the first two Season 6 ones, and the only two that are out at the moment. And then we come to the Season 5, which I've got almost every one of. So we come, of course, to Cheetah once again with Jean-Eric Verne and Andrea Lotterer. A lot easier to see who they are, a lot easier to see the team with the Minichamps brand in there, so that's nice. Once again, Season 5, it is Degrassi and Apt, the unbroken teammates, until Daniel Apt got done for having a driver in his car for an online race. I don't know why. They just wanted an excuse to get rid of him, I think, didn't they? The Nissans, these are a bit of a shame. For some reason, Buemi and Oliver Rowland, they haven't got licensing to do their helmets, so although it's driver-specific with the car numbers and the name there, look, Oliver Rowland, there is no driver sat in the vehicle. It's merely a show car in that sense, but still nice to have. And then the BMW Andretti's. It's amazing to think BMW invested in Andretti when you see how low down they're finishing in every single championship. But they've clearly built the team from the ground up again. And two lovely models there. They're one of my favourites of the Season 5. But we're coming to my favourites now. And they are the Mahindras. Look at those. They are absolutely stunning. I really, really do like those. And then down to the Jaguars, as mentioned, that problem is now solved. They're looking lovely. There's a couple of cars missing, so I have Sam Bird there, as you can see, and I have Eduardo Mortara in the Venturi. Sadly not got the teammates yet. Robin Frinn's is really in high demand in Holland. They've got a big following for him. Sold out instantly, and of course Felipe Massa, his first full season of Formula E. After leaving Formula 1, his model is in high demand as well, but I will endeavour to get them at some point. Then we come down to HWA Race Lab, which of course is now the Mercedes team that are doing incredibly well in the hands of Van Dorn and Nick De Vries. And here we have Gary Paffett and Stoffel Van Dorn in their first season. They both struggled a lot, didn't they? It was a big learning year for them, but they seem to have built on it really well in the latter seasons. And then down across to the Geox Dragons, Felipe Nasr and Jan Maria Lopez, looking very nice. I do like this, you can't quite see it, but the red line at the bottom there is like a chrome effect, so it does really shine. And then down to the Neos. My favourite team, I'd like to add, Neo. I've really liked them ever since Season 1, when they were Next Ev TV, weren't they? Nelson PK took the first ever championship. I wasn't so much of a fan of PK, but I just really enjoyed the team for some reason. I've always supported them. Very much underdogs. They struggled in Season 6, not scoring any points at all that season. The first team to ever do that in Formula E, which is not a good omen to have. But this year they've really turned it around for Season 7 and scored points straight out the back, both drivers. Already on the board with points and doing well. I think they're still at the bottom of the constructors at the moment, but looking to improve. And then just a few cars I missed off here. Once again, that's additional ones. So one-off drivers. I think that's Neil Jani. That is Ma Qinghua in the Neo. And then we've got another couple of Andretti's. One of them is Kamui Kobayashi. That is Kamui Kobayashi there. And that is Tom Blomqvist. So yeah, that is the collection. As mentioned, I am missing a couple. Mainly the 2 Season 5 cars there of Massa and of course, Robin Frins. But everything else, I believe, is up to date as much as can be. In regards to the Porsches, the Season 5 or Season 6 Porsches, I can't remember when Porsche entered. They are out under a different name. Under a different company, so I didn't bother with them because I thought, oh, they look like a cheaper quality. But it turns out it's the same manufacturer. It is Minichamps, but they couldn't call themselves Minichamps for some reason. Released them under this other unusual name. Incredibly limited run, and now I can't find them anywhere. So they are out, but they're not out, if that makes sense. It's ever so bizarre. But I will try to get the Porsches when they're available. And yeah, but there you go. If there's any earlier seasons that come out, of course I will collect them. It's just a shame that there's only that one Bohemi out of Season 2. I'd have at least liked to have seen a Degrassi, you know, the 2 title rivals that year, because that was a really chaotic end to that season, wasn't it? Season 2 with Degrassi taking Bohemi out. One of the iconic moments of the championship in its early infancy. But yeah, that is the Formula E collection. I hope you enjoyed it. There's a couple of little odd things there. A little medal from when I went karting and I finished 2nd place. Woo! The Thank You Baked Potato Matt Lucas edition. And a floor from Lead Mill in Sheffield. If no one's ever been to Lead Mill in Sheffield, get yourself there. They went through a re-renovation process during the lockdown period and they lifted up the old floor, the old dance floor, and it's amazing. It's still sticky. It's a great place to go. Lead Mill, some fantastic tunes and a fantastic vibe. So if you're ever in the area, get yourself to Sheffield Lead Mill. So there you go, guys. That was the Formula E collection update, so to speak, although it wasn't really an update. It is his own video for the first time ever. And I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and feedback down below. Do you like the collection? What's your favourite model? What is your favourite Formula E team? There's so many questions you can ask. Who's your favourite driver? Let me know down below. And I look forward to seeing your comments, and I'll reply to as many that ask me questions. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and much love.